Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. Welcome back in your chemistry class. Today we will do some more questions of chapter Is Matter Around Us Pure? The first question is how Tyndall effect can be observed in the canopy of dense forest. You know what is Tyndall effect? It is the process by which the light is scattered through the colloids or the suspension, and because of that the light path is visible. So same happens in case of the forest through the canopy. Because the air which is present there, it has mists, and this mists act as the colloids. So through canopy, which are the crown of the mature trees, the light path is easily visible. Next question is identify two non-metals from the following elements. These elements are carbon, sodium, chlorine, neon and platinum. So you will see carbon, it is non-metal, sodium, it is metal, chlorine is non-metal, neon is inert gas and platinum is metal. So which two are non-metals? These are carbon and chlorine. Next question is name the appropriate method to separate nitrogen from air. You have seen that in fractional distillation we did this activity that we separated the gases from air. So nitrogen from air can be separated through the fractional distillation. Identify dispersed phase and dispersion medium in foam and rubber. Foam and rubber, you know that these are solids and the pores are there present in foam. It has air. So this air is the dispersed phase, though the solid is the dispersion medium. Next question, classify the substances given in below figure into elements and compounds. So in this figure you can see the elements which are substances which are written, and you will segregate the elements and the compounds. H2O, it is compound. Cl2, if you see, this is element. Methane, CH4, formula of methane is, and it is compound because it is made up of carbon and hydrogen in a proper in a fixed ratio. You can say these carbon and hydrogen are present in methane, like 1:4. One is of carbon and 4 atoms of hydrogen. HCl, this is again compound. Diamond is the allotropic form of carbon, so this is element. Hydrogen, again element. Nitrogen is also element. Copper sulfate, you know that copper is there, sulfur is there, oxygen is there, so this is compound. This is calcium carbonate, this is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also compound and calcium carbonate is also compound. Next is a solution is prepared by adding 40 gram of sugar in 100 gram of water. Calculate the concentration in terms of mass by mass percentage of solution. Whenever you will do these questions, please do in a proper manner. First of all, you will write the given values as it is mentioned here. Mass of sugar 40 gram, mass of water 100 gram. And you know the formula of concentration is mass of solute upon mass of solution multiplied by 100. What is mass of solute here? Mass of solute is sugar. So mass of solute will be 40 gram. What is solution here? When this water, this sugar is mixed in water, that makes a solution. So means 100 plus 140 you will add, then it becomes 140. So 140 gram of solution multiply by 100 and the answer will come 28.57 approx. Right? 40 upon 140 multiply by 100. You can see like this. Next question is, what volume of ethyl alcohol and water must be mixed together? We prepare 250 ml of 60% by volume of alcohol in water. Means in 250 ml of solution of alcohol and water, 60% of volume is of alcohol, right? You know, if we say the percentage, suppose 60%, if we are saying out of 100, means 60 ml is of alcohol, 40 ml is of water. So simply if you will see, in 100, 60, in next 100 means 200, 120, and then in 50 ml it will be 30. Means 120 plus 30, 150. So 150 ml of alcohol, and what is left here? 100 ml, that is of water. Other than that also you can see 60 ml plus 40, 60 ml plus 40, 40 is of water, and out of 50 it is 30 ml plus 20 of ml of water. So this is also 40, 40 and 20, 40, 40, 80 and 20, 100. So 60% of volume of alcohol solution means each 100 ml of solution will have 60 ml ethyl alcohol, as I told you. So 250 ml of solution will have, you know the formula for this is 60 upon 100 multiply by 250, out of which we have to find. And if you will calculate it, the answer will be 150 ml of ethyl alcohol. So hence the answer will be in 250 ml of solution. If we are saying that 60% by volume alcohol is there, then its mass will be, its volume will be 150 ml and the volume of water will be 100 ml. Next question is, non-metals are usually poor conductors of heat and electricity. They are non-lustrous, non-sonorous, non-malleable and are colored. These are the characteristic features of non-metals. Right? Now the question is, name a lustrous non-metal. You know that iodine is the non-metal which is lustrous. Name a non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. You know, whatever the properties are given here, some are exceptions. So in the same way, the first one, as it is given that non-metals are not non-lustrous, but iodine is there which is lustrous. In the same way, as it is written, non-metals are poor conductors of heat and electricity, but graphite is a non-metal which exists, next question is, name a non-metal which exists as a liquid at room temperature. So the bromine is the non-metal which exists as a liquid at room temperature. Next question is, the allotropic form of a non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. This is graphite, and this graphite is the allotrope of carbon. Name a non-metal which is known to form the largest number of the compounds. This is carbon. Carbon is a non-metal which makes long chain of compounds. You will study in the chapter carbon and its compounds. Name a non-metal which other than carbon which shows allotropy, that is phosphorus. Name a non-metal which is required for combustion. This is oxygen. Next question. A solution contains 50 gram of sugar in 350 gram of water. Calculate the concentration of solution in terms of mass by mass percent of solution. I have given this question so that you can do yourself. We have done already such kind of questions in the previous video also and in this same video also. Next question is, what is tincture of iodine? Identify the solute and solvent in it. Tincture of iodine, please learn it, means the solution of iodine in alcohol. Right? The mixture of iodine and alcohol is known as tincture of iodine. And here in this, the solute is iodine and the solvent is alcohol. This is the question. As you have seen, what is Tyndall effect? Already you have done. Why the solution of copper sulfate does not show Tyndall effect? You know that copper sulfate solution is the true solution, and in true solution the particle size is very very minute, so they cannot scatter the light. So that is why solution of copper sulfate does not show Tyndall effect. And the last question of this is, classify the following into physical or chemical change. The first one is burning of candle. When we say burning of candle, it includes or it has a physical change also as well as chemical change also. In this both the changes involved. Right? When candle melts at the time of burning, melting is physical change, but burning at the same time is chemical change. Freezing of water, this is physical change, no new substance is formed here. Mixing of iron flint, again and sand, it is a physical change, no new substance is formed here. Fading of clothes, this is a chemical change. So today we did these all questions. Please write down these all questions in your copy and start sending your work for correction. And students, you will learn all the questions of both the chapters. You will read the chapters thoroughly from your NCERT book. Keep watching the videos. You have the YouTube link also, which I have sent you, so you can learn the question answers, all the things. You watch the videos and your understanding will be more clear. And after the vacations, only for few days you are having the vacations, then again your classes will be started, and then you will be having the assessments also. So please keep learning. Stay home, stay safe, have a wonderful day. Thank you. God bless you.